Today, we farm the Wither. That is right, dudes and dudettes. We're farming the Wither today. Last episode, we went ahead and set up this soul sand creator. Basically, we just popped down some sand onto this conveyor belt. We hit it with a fan going through some soul fire, and it spookifies it and turns it into soul sand. So I've got this thing turned up to the max here. We've got a rotational speed controller. So that's going as fast as it can go. Again, later on, maybe we could change it up, make it look a little bit better. But yeah, we've got, oh yeah, we set these blaze guys up. We'll go ahead and maybe, we won't do anything with them today. We'll do stuff with them later. But yeah, also tore down that tower that was here. I don't know what we're going to put there. Might put a windmill, might not. I don't know. We got boilers. They're pretty sweet. But yeah, so today we're going to be making some tinted glass because this stuff is witherproof. So we're going to go ahead and make a bunch of this. There's no need to make any other blocks because we just make that. So big portion of it done. The next step here is to make the wither builder. This is going to create a wither for us, and then we can destroy it with the mob crusher. Yeah, the mob crusher here. So this is what we're going to have set. We're going to put this into one of the compact machines that we have. But we are lacking a nether star and a supreme machine frame, which requires ether. And we need to get a laser drill going. And that's going to require this guy, a laser drill, and we're going to be mining a wither with this. So I think it's a containment. No, let's look. Industrial, sorry, I put immersive engineering for some reason. The stasis chamber. Yeah, this guy here. So this set up properly. I'm going to go ahead and just mine here. This is what I was experimenting with last episode for us potentially. Plant gatherer turns it into sludge, but it was not yielding very good results. Okay, so that here, stasis chamber. Yeah, so we just build a wither within here. We're gonna start off here. We'll show the range. I'm gonna build. Okay, so we've got ourselves a little bit of a chamber here. Over on this side, I guess we could do. Well, let's go ahead. Here's the thing. I think we could take a wither pretty easily if we needed. So I'm not too worried, actually. So bing, 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 bing. Wait a second, it's not. I think it's trapped in the stasis chamber. Alright, so how does this work then? Over wither. I'm glad we have that guy in a different dimension because he's going to be kind of annoying. Just going to grab another flux point here real quick. Okay, so with this, we can get power to this guy. Oh, okay. Oh. So it turns out it needs to be the liquid laser base. We put that in there. And we put the flux point here. Perhaps it has to be below. Bottom enabled. Okay, so I tried putting the laser drill next to it. Oh, it's working. Heck yeah. Okay, so we're gonna grab a two of these, two of these. I don't know what's gonna work on it, but I want it to be as fast as possible. All right, so efficiency, speed, processing. So you can just add efficiency. Okay, we're doing things. Okay, figured it out. It has to be directly above the wither. Yeah, so it has to be right above the stasis chambers there, keeping the wither in line. And then that's there, so yep, we're doing it. Okay, so the next thing here is to get out of this device. Weird. And we're gonna get a secondary ender tank, preferably this guy. All right, we're gonna make the ether one. So I think if we combine light blue, so the outsides, bam, 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 and then a light gray here. It's kind of the aether. So that will push items out. I mean, you could always set it to pull, but that's where the ether is going to come out. And then, so next, put this here. Push. Yep, and that's pushing ether gas out. So that's working there. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy chunk loaded. Good. And we're out. So over here. Oh, there we go. It's just pushing it into these guys. Okay, cool. So the wither builder, one of these guys is going to require 135 ether gas, and then advanced machine frame. I've got one here. We're looking for plastic. Okay, so bam, bam, bam. Need some wither skulls. Oh wait, no. We're making the top guy. Netherite ingots. A diamond gear. So netherite, diamond, diamond gear. Yep, and there we go. We're getting ourselves a wither builder. Perfect. Great success. Okay, so now we can go here, and I guess we just got to kill a wither, which is pretty cool. Alright, so that should be the last physical wither. Alright. So we got ourselves a wither builder here. Booyah. Love to see it. Okay, so now this is going to be our wither killing room. So that's where the wither will be built. Okay, wither chamber create. I gave it a space in front and back because sometimes they twist a little bit, and I don't want to be on the back end or on the wrong side of that twist where they pop out and then we just have 40 withers being built outside. So next thing we're going to be making here is a mob crusher. So this will kill the wither for us, and then we're going to give it a range upgrade. We're just going to start with a ×3. So right now it's just the one, putting in the range upgrade. Oh, that's right, range upgrade is here. That's actually too much. Okay, so we're just going to do lapis then. Look at that, 12,000 lapis. Our bees have been working. Okay, yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. Perfect. Okay, and so right here is where we're going to be putting our mob crusher. This is where the power is going to be going from. So then we can do range upgrade. As you can see, the whole box is going to be taken care of just in case. So don't have to worry about that. And then we're going to do a speed processing and efficiency upgrade. So that's kind of maxed out now. All right. And then we're going to add in the flux point right here. This will give that guy power. And then we'll do one of these. Grab our pipe wrench. So now we're taking power out and supplying it to this guy here at the bottom. Perfect. All right. So the final step, this is working. This will mine the wither for us whenever it's made, and then this will build the wither for us whenever it's ready. We might end up putting that on a specific redstone clock. Not too sure yet, but let's go ahead. We're gonna be kind of doing some interesting things here. Okay, we're gonna get an ender chest. This is for our output, and then we are going to get 2 export buses, and then a pipe. We'll just do that. 2 of those. Okay. Grabbing some soul sand and some skulls, and then we're actually going to do one of these for a crafting recipe. We're gonna grab a crafting card for one of the exporters and some of those. Okay. So now we're gonna grab some dye. So these are for the wither skulls, and these are gonna be for soul sand. Just like so. So there and there. Export bus, export bus. Wither skulls, soul sand, and then the wither skulls, we're going to put a crafting card into it, so if it needs to craft up any wither skulls, it can. Don't have to worry about it for on that one. We'll put 3 export our acceleration cards in here, so it exports a little bit faster. All right, then the next part is to connect them. Device online, device online. So yep, soul sand's coming out here. Wither skeleton skulls are coming out here. Nice. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is leave the pulse repeater is what we're looking for. And we could add a pulse extender to it. Okay, so that's what we got here. We've got a redstone clock here, kind of turn this on and off. This is a pulse repeater. So after it receives the signal, it's gonna wait 5 seconds. Then it's gonna feed into a pulse extender, because this is just gonna flash on and off real fast. Then this will lengthen the pulse that we get, because when we make the Wither Builder redstone controlled, it will only operate, like go through that kind of like bar of cycle, only when it's receiving a redstone signal. So what we could actually do is say we could even extend it to 5 seconds. As you can see, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Should about be ready to go. A little bit longer, but yeah. This is the setup we're going to be running in the Wither Builder. Okay, so pulse repeater here. Then we're going to be pulse extender, redstone lamp, and a clock. So we're gonna make it run with no redstone signal, run with redstone signal. Oh, run on pulse. There we go. So we could actually make this a little bit shorter. So what we're gonna do is the lamp stays beside it, pulse repeater here, and then a redstone clock here. So that will run every time it gets a pulse. Good, okay. So then if we wanted to say set this to be every 20 seconds, so that should flick on here anytime. Okay, just flicked on and it built. Clicked on and it built. Okay, perfect. So now it's ready. So we have an ender chest here for soul sand, a chest here for skulls. And then, why is that clogged? Not clogged. I don't know what happened. I see what's going on. I don't have these chunk loaded. Yeah, see, now it's working. I didn't have them chunk loaded before. Cool. Okay. So output, we're going to have the back is going to be push. Essence, we're just going to let it kind of fill up. Not going to worry too much about it. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to set this to like 1 minute at the beginning, just to see. Okay, that filled up. We're gonna put speed upgrades in here because we can. All right, that's prime and ready to go. We should give you like how much time you have left. I'll go ahead and chunk load this guy. Okay, there it goes. And there it was. All right, it's not as instant as it was before, but it's working. Cool. All right, so I've got it set to 14 seconds right now in between withers, and I think that's given us kind of the most optimal time frame. As you can see, wither dies, next one comes right up. The only thing that's a little iffy is the items aren't being picked up, but their vengeance essences are being put in here, which is kind of weird. I've got it set to not make essence. It says consume essence for looting. I'm not too sure what that's going to give us, if anything. But then I've got an advanced item collector here that's picking up all of our items for us. So yeah, we're up to 15 nether stars, 14 miniature hearts. And then when we leave, should still be spawning in. So that should go to 16 here shortly. Yep, sure did. Let's see if it goes to 17, because that means it's running 100% when we're not there. Yep, it sure is. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give these guys a space here. Okay, so I think the wither stars will look nice here. And then, yeah, so we'll put the yellow hearts here, and then the withering soul we can just put here. Okay. So, yeah, we'll put those there. And then we'll put the vengeful essence here as well. So that should be everything coming out. So now we have nether stars 100% automated. That is a cool situation to be in, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy to think that, like, that's not even close to endgame. Because, like, yeah, like next episode, I want to get into hostile neural networks so we can get some echo shards automated. Loot fabricator, warden prediction. This is kind of the only way we can. Or this guy. Wait, one. Requirements. The deep dark. Maybe we give that a try. I don't know. We try that out as well. But I want to do the loot fabricator there. We could also turn antimatter and amethyst shards into it. Yeah, I don't want to do that because, yeah. This looks like either the loot fabricator or the laser drill is going to be the best one for us. All right, peeps. So with the remaining time we have in the episode for today, we are going to be moving our mob farm into here. Should free up some resources. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing chunk loaded. Like so. 3G. Yeah, so it's a 3x3 chunk. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be moving it there. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to it. Just gonna kind of break the roof and gonna turn each of these bad boys off. Okay, so the farms are pretty much off. I think that last one. Okay, so I'm just gonna mine straight down, magnet on. Okay, we should have all of them now. Okay, so those are the most important part of the spawners. And all of these items should be getting taken out. Yep, it looks like we are. So we can mine all of these, all of those guys. Okay, so this is kind of cleaned out. All of our stuff I'm putting into here. We're going to add a few more blocks to this, so I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, we've disassembled the mob farm. Now it's time to get to the building the new one. Oh my. I thought this room was gonna barely be able to hold it, but this is all of the space that we need. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we might add several to this. So what I'm doing here is I'm building the room at the bottom where we are going to have kind of all of our items collect to. So yeah, and then we'll have everything on top. But yeah, so we'll be down here. Wow, that is crazy. I didn't think it would be like that. No, we can't have these here because this is part of it. We could always extend it out another block if we wanted to. Yeah, this is where the spawners will go. Okay, so we are going to build majority of it out of polished basalt. Now, there's no way I think it's going to be that tall, but it's good to know that it can be. So yeah, that's the structure of that there. So now I'm going to grab these guys. Okay, so that's been placed there. And then I think we're just going... Actually, probably the redstone blocks are going to go here, I would presume. Okay, so we're going to go back to the base here. So we need a total of 90 of each of these. So that is 90. This is 90. That is not 90. So we need to make a heck ton of these. I'm going to go ahead and set up an auto crafting recipe. Okay, so let's craft it up. Good. All right, and then 26. Oh, so then each of these will have 90, which is what we're looking for. There we go. So now we've got 90 of each of those. This is probably why we weren't getting that many wither skeleton heads. I forget it's right here. All right, so now do that, do that. So we should get a lot more wither skeleton skulls now, is the goal. Oh yeah, so those are all upgraded to max beheading, smite, looting, and sharpness. It's what we love to see. Temporarily, we're not going to have these guys on so I don't accidentally die. Building gadget. All right, tinted glass. All right, the final pieces of the tinted glass. Okay. Oh, just kidding. Somehow we missed here. Okay, so that is sealed off. I know we could have just used normal glass, but tinted glass kind of keeps with the vibe of it. Plus, it's not perfect. So yeah, now the next thing is to get the spawners in there. No, is to get the vacuum guys. So what I'm going to do is place these here. Actually, place those here. So what I want to go ahead and do is put the vacuum hoppers like this. I don't want the redstone to get them. I think that'll be okay. Should be okay. So then we're going to take out of each of these guys. We're going to go into a drawer controller here. And then the trash can goes here. And then the fluid tank goes here. And experience obelisk. And then the fluid tank for the XP. So that should work pretty good. Let's have a look here. Now I'm going to grab those guys. Okay, there we go. So we've got all of our items here, which is good. Yeah, so take our tools. We can link up to this guy here. There we go. So now all of our items are set. Okay, they're all locked, so they're going to get put into here first. I'm actually going to turn that off. And then we go here with taking items out. This will take items and fluids. Yep, we don't even really have to, we can leave them just like that. And then the next part will be the pipe upgrades. So that there. What did that one do? Yeah, that one should be good. Oh, wait. Don't want that. No, I thought that was set to pulling it out, but that's just how it kind of rolls. Okay, so that should be all of that done. And then we're going to get an ender teleporting stopper. And then we're going to put this guy here. And this guy here. Pull out. There we go. So that's going to take any items in our system and put them into here. Let's see about clearing those out, because eventually that will clog our system. But okay, so the collection spot is all good to go. The only thing left, I believe, is putting the spawners back in. All right, spawner time. So 4 up, go 1. All right, so we've got those all filled up here, and I'm just gonna break every other one till there. So we can add in some more spawners if we want, but we need to make sure those are all set to work. Okay, skip them. So you skip one, place a lever. Okay, we got our big guys spawning in. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now, so we need to grab some nether stars, and we need to grab some lanterns, because those make them ignore light. Okay, next is nether stars. So looks like we just needed one of those, which was the skeletons, I believe. But now our mob farm is running. Very nice. And the cool thing is it's in its own chunk. So everything is in a chunk here. So we could technically get some of these back. Go like that, and that will keep the chunk loaded. And so we'll still keep getting our items, and we're all good. But then we can add a total of like 4 more if we run out of room here, which is crazy. So we could add even more wither skeletons, and we could really, really get going. Yeah, we should be good. There shouldn't be any items collecting over here. Should be almost instantaneous. And then this should be going up. Yep, it sure is. So that's all working. And the fluid tank is working too. We technically probably don't even need that anymore. Just those 2. Heck, you can go that one and put that one on the other side. But all right. Yeah, we've got our mob farm moved here. Don't know what we're going to be doing on the other corners. But now I get the luxury. Oh, we're going to sleep. But now we get the luxury of tearing that guy down and putting something way better in its place. Don't quite know what we're going to put here yet, but should actually help a lot with some of the frame rate we're getting. So really happy about that. I was getting some pretty slow frame rate, and I was pretty sure it was all of the smoke particles coming from this guy. Because, I mean, I've got an i7 13700K and a GTX 3070 with 64 gigs of DDR4 RAM, so I feel like we've got enough speed for everything. Definitely couldn't have been my processor. I mean, it's not an AMD. Hashtag blame Butcher for that joke. But yeah, look at that. All cleared out. Looking great. Let's bring all these items over here. But all right, dudes and dudettes, that's going to wrap up the episode for today. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to hit that like button. And as always, guys, don't forget to subscribe. But this has been Superturtle, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Our frame rate is above 100, well, above 100 at least. It was getting down into the 50s with that guy being there, so I think that was the problem. But anyways, guys, I'll see y'all next episode. Take care. Peace out. Bye-bye.